welcome to Investment Talk Only with Johnny Ruiz. It's time to get to the money.
What it do?
It's
What
investment
it do?
talk
What it do?
only.
Shout out to
If you say you got
Read
the
Between the
money,
Lines.
gotta
That's his
show
opening
me. A
intro.
lot of people talk, but that be phony.
Oh, for real?
I just
Yeah,
remember
he's always
what
like, "What it do?
Mac
What it
told
do?
me.
What it do?" Because we were guests on one of his episodes. So shout out to Read Between the Lines.
I loved it. I think it was super dope. So check that out.
So you got the what you made me think of when you popped up on the camera.
What? I thought
You,
even
you
trying.
no, you look like Selena.
Like Selena?
Yeah, remember? Well, I know you remember the movie, but Jeff Lopez had that hat. Wasn't that Selena?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember. That's funny. That's funny. Shout out to Selena.
Yeah, shout out to Selena and Jennifer Lopez.
Yeah.
Welcome to Investment Talk Only. So this is an explainer episode. These are my favorites. Going to a deep dive into specific stuff. So this one is about opening a brokerage account and using some of the resources after you open it. So we wanted to touch on that. So I guess get some housekeeping out the way. Please, if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to our channel. I don't know why you want to have it ready, but go ahead and like the video, comment.
Also, I want to tell them, because a lot of people hit me up, the bell, there's like a little bell. You can hit it and it will notify you, because not a lot of people are on social media. So they get that notification and it will send them notification letting them know we uploaded.
If you want to be in the know, then hit that bell, because two stocks came out of their earnings. So Tesla came out this week.
I seen that.
Fifth consecutive quarter of profits. I think that was one of the stocks of the week. And then also in our trailer, I talked about Intel. Their earnings came out, and I said that AMD was probably going to take over their space as a competitor. And the earnings came out and wasn't so great. So definitely, if you want to be in the know of investment advice, hit that bell and subscribe. All right, so you want to get into it?
I do. I just want to say, like, these explainers are so good, because these are some of the things that I know a lot of people are just like, when you talk, like, they're listening, but when you say brokerage account, they're like, what is like, it's just like, how do you even start? So this is going to be like the how do you even get started?
Exactly. So a brokerage account is an investment account. So everybody says, hey, how do I even start? Like, what do I do? You got to open up a brokerage account. And we're going to actually go through the steps right now on how to do that. And so I'm going to share my screen, and we'll walk through the steps of how to open a brokerage account.
Are you going to use Robinhood?
No, definitely not. We're shout out to Jalen Rose. Not going to be able to do it.
Nah, baby, I'm not going to be able to do it. I tried to take you serious before when you blow.
Anybody who's serious about investing always stays away from Robinhood. So definitely not going to be able to do it. All right. Share my screen. All right. Are you able to see it?
Yes.
All right. So this first one is just this is FINRA's website, and it's what to expect when you open a brokerage account.
What's FINRA?
FINRA is like one of the regulators of the investment world. So they kind of regulate and keep an eye on Wall Street to make sure they're playing fair and doing the right things. So, they're supposed to be impartial of, Wall Street and make sure they're doing the right things.
Oh, okay. Unbiased?
Yeah, unbiased. So this is their kind of like a walkthrough to what to expect when opening an account. So I'm going to go through the steps. Actually don't have an E-Trade account, but this is what I'm going to do.
What is an E-Trade account?
So E-Trade is a brokerage. So they handle the trades of investors. And so you open up account with them, and then you'll be able to trade. So I just went to etrade.com, and I'm going to hit open an account. All right. So there's a few different accounts. Now, we're going to go through some specific ones in the future, but we're just going to talk about the brokerage account. So we got individual, joint, and custodial. We're going to focus on individual. Joint is if you're married and you want to share it with another person. Custodial is like, say, like if you're an aunt, uncle, and don't have any kids, and maybe you want to open up a brokerage account for your nephew or niece, you could open up one for them on their behalf.
Mm.
What was your question?
No, I was just saying when you mentioned opening it with your spouse, I said don't do it, but that's
Oh,
just
don't do it. Oh man, that's for another episode. That's the midnight special. All right. So this is just some basic information they're gonna ask you. Any account that you open is gonna ask you this, like if you open Amazon.com. So this is nothing special. So going on to the next one, identity verification.
What are you drinking in your cup? Just kidding.
I'm not even drinking actually. So this here at the bottom, a lot of people are like, hey, why do you want to know my income? It's actually like just law. They need to know, um, like for example, FINRA or the SEC. They need to make sure the brokers know, who the customers are and what is their net worth and liquidity, to make sure they're in the right investment. So these are not because they just want to know your information. These are actually just laws that they have to abide by. So they're going to ask it. All right. So investment profile, basically, it's gonna give you ask some questions about your experience about investing and kind of like your what you're trying to gain from opening this account. So again, so they can kind of see where you should be at within your investment. So like I said, when those regulators are um, looking at them, they could say, "Hey, no, I know my client, and these are the questions that help them know you." So
I
just
have a quick question.
uh-huh.
So, depending on what you put in there, does that determine what your options are as far as investing? So, if you put like you're an excellent investment experience versus you have no experience, will that determine what type of options you have?
As far as like this general stuff, they just need to know. So it wouldn't affect what your options are. Just this top portion. Now we get to this bottom portion, that might affect what options you have in an investment account.
Okay.
Now, when we get to down here, it says, what's your extreme experience with options? So stock options, select what's appropriate. Now, these and the years of experience, they might give you like, so say you got 10 years of experience, it might give you more trading options than someone that has no years of experience. So they might give you more advanced strategies because the advanced strategies comes with more risk and it could get ugly if you don't know what you're doing. So they kind of want to police that a little bit. So yeah, this is it. We got one more page to go through, and I really want to get through this quickly because I want to get to the actual account once we open it. All right. So this last portion I wanted to address is this margin account. So the margin is basically like a line of credit that the brokerage will give you. So say you have like $5,000 to invest, they might give you like another $5,000 of margin, and it's a line of credit to use. And I say if you don't know what you're doing, I would say don't ask for margin because obviously if they give you $5,000 and you lose it, then you're gonna be hit with that bill to come up with that money, and they're definitely gonna get that money. So I would say just go in with what you have if you're not comfortable or have any experience with margin. All right. All right. So this is actually my broker. It's Merrill. I've had him for years. I work with the company, so I just kept my account. Um, so we have some options up here. If you want to trade, when you place a trade, that's like buying a stock. All right. But I want to focus on the research because that's a big part of how do we even know what stocks are good or what are they doing. Now, we brought up Robinhood. One of the reasons why I say don't go to Robinhood is they don't really have like the tools to make a great investment decision. Unlike Merrill, where their research is like top notch and they're being rated number one for many years. So their research is top notch. So when I click research, it's going to take me to this page that we're already on. If I am interested in a stock, I would come here. These are one of my tools that I will come here to kind of get a different view of what the research is saying. So yeah, I would use this if I'm interested in a stock and I want to find out more.
Okay.
So come down here, they give you some ratings. So they give you a definition of what is a buy rating, what is a neutral rating, So a buy rating is you can expect returns to be 10% or more. Neutral is around 0%. Underperform is obviously it's not a good investment. So you kind of get a gauge of what does a buy rating or a neutral rating even mean? What can you expect? So they give you some definitions here. All right. So one thing I do want to point out here is if I go to sectors and industries, like I said, I'm in the research realm still, and I hit 1 year right here. So this is outlining all the industries and how they're performing. If I hit 1 year, you see that IT is ahead 47%,
Digital transformation.
consumer discretionary. So, I mean, IT is kind of leading the way, and it doesn't look like they're slowing down, right? So, synopsis. I enter the stock, and this is what you could do for any of your brokerage accounts, all right? And actually has a buy rating. So that's cool. All right, so let's click research. Like I said, you could do this for any stock that you just been hearing about. Year to date, look at the chart. Just been going up.
I don't understand that. So that means that the stock is going up.
Yeah, so it started here in January 1, and now it's right here. This is COVID, and it's here. So
Oh wow! So the people who bought during COVID are racking up.
they're killing the game right now.
Wow.
So Bank of America gives its volatility rating, gives its buy rating, and income means their dividends. And if you click here, you could get the latest report of the analysts that cover this stock. Click here, and they'll give you the full report on their sentiment of the stock. Right. So you have like a lot of data to make your decision. If you want to come here, fundamentals, and get a whole bunch of information that will give you some information on how well they're doing and what they do against their competitors. Every good brokerage should have this stuff. That's basically what I'm getting at. When you open your account, that's what you should be able to see. So I want to go back to one more thing, and then we probably could wrap this up. It says read synopsis stock story. I'm gonna click on that, and if you have no idea, no clue about what the stock is or who they are, you could get it here. Who is the company? Let's click on that.
This is dope. Yeah, Robinhood definitely doesn't have any of this.
Yep. So it tells you that they're a semiconductor chip company and they deal with automation. That's pretty cool. Their stock has risen $93 in the last year. That's even cooler.
Yeah,
It shows how they compete or how they fare up against their competitors. So all of this should be in everybody's brokerage account. And this is how you can make informed decisions about what stocks you're buying. And you don't want to just blindly buy a stock. You can have all this information available to you.
nice.
So year by year, year over year, they've been growing.
This is definitely great. I didn't know about any of this stuff.
Exactly. So definitely use this stuff. What do analysts say? And yeah, so that's how you open and use a brokerage account. So the brokerage account, once you go through all the information, you hit submit. It's gonna take a few days for them to approve it. I don't really see why they won't approve it.
I think this is great. That's super dope. So again, like you said, anybody can go and make one of those accounts. You don't have to have experience. Do some research and learn on your own.
Exactly. Well, yeah. I mean, like I said, you don't want to, just buy stock for no reason or just because somebody said it. You could actually do your own research, and any good brokerage account is gonna have that information for you there.
And you suggest that one over other brokerage accounts? From your opinion?
I mean, they're a good one. I don't. I've had them for years, and they've been good to me. I know Merrill is good. E-Trade is good. TD Ameritrade. Charles Schwab is good as well.
Okay.
This other one called Webull is good. So any of those would be probably good. And yeah.
So I have one more question. Should you use different brokerage? We covered that before. You should just try to stick with one, or if you use two different ones, make sure that you are being open about what you're investing and stuff like that.
Yeah, I would say defer to using one because you want to make sure all your money is worked,
Okay.
appropriated the same way.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, like if you like pass away or anything, you don't want your significant others or your family trying to figure out where your money is in different institutions. You kind of just want to have it at one place. So one is good.
Okay.
Investment Talk Only Explainer.
All right.
I'm Johnny Ruiz. Monique.
We keep it coming. Show me the money. Show me the investments are only. Investments are only. We keep it coming.